In Backpage, you want to see what reforms are being placed to change the tennis landscape in China and how Li Na's journey played a huge role. Every year since about 2005, China has been increasingly making more noise in the tennis world. Spearheaded by superstar Li Na, China has been producing an abundance of talent to come through domestically. Although talent hasn't been hard to come by, developing them to be an elite competitor has. When Li Na decided to break free from the Chinese Tennis Association, or the CTA, it was seen at the time as a big risk. But for Li, it was seen as a means to fulfill her dream of winning the greatest prize in tennis. 4 years after making her bold move, she realized her dream, winning the French Open in 2011. After the win, all of China became Li Na supporters. Adults couldn't stop watching her, and kids wanted to be her. This historic win would end up changing the course of Chinese tennis forever. Li's book, Playing Myself, that was brought out earlier this year, talks about the struggles she had to get to where she is now. And by making that bold move to be independent, she ended up in a battle where she had to support herself. So the CTA found they now had to make a change, otherwise they were in danger of other talented players following in Li Na's path. So when the CTA had a national tennis development meeting earlier in this year, it was decided that the previous plan wasn't right and reforms were going to be made in order to keep Chinese tennis competitive. Sun Jingfang, the chief of the CTA, said at the meeting, "We've done a good job over the past 4 years, but we still lag behind the world's best in terms of professionalism." He also went on to say, "Our traditional state-run system doesn't work so well on the pro stage. We should improve it to meet the elite players' demands and get more players exposure in the professional atmosphere." Now, these words from Sun are a very big sign that China tennis is going to change domestically. So let's also hear how the public has taken to Sina about this topic. Sydney and Sunny says, "Shame on Sun Junfeng. It was extremely difficult for them to fight for freedom at that time, and you all think that they didn't love our country. And look now, they are so successful. Sun owes Li's success to Sun herself." Thielman says, "What about Yan Zi? She's a top player, but now she isn't performing as well because she had some injuries. Should she just hand over her money?" Elaine Ho says, "If Chinese teams become completely professionalized, then only a few people will be able to afford it. These people who always complain about our tennis system should try and understand our situation first." Hari's Too Hurried says, "China's tennis clubs are terribly managed. Some venues are really grassy, but they'll still be expensive to rent. It costs anywhere from 30 to 100 RMB. I don't think these so-called coaches could even be considered high-level professionals. But they can ask for just as much as 100 RMB per hour. Haha, I won't be going there. Children should just go to their campus to play basketball, table tennis, badminton and volleyball for free, and it'd still be fun." Sport Dream has this to say, "This is just a load of advertisement by a Chinese leader. All words and no action." With tennis stars being born left and right in China, this could finally be the move that will make China a powerhouse in the tennis world. That wraps up our Backpage segment. Next up, we check out the buzz surrounding Hangzhou Greentown. In the Money, up next.